Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10, broadcasting live from Channels Television Lagos. A reminder of our main stories. Death toll in the twin explosions in Maiduguri, Borno State hits 50. State government mourns victims. President Goodluck Jonathan and former head of state Yakubu Gowon advocate national unity and reconciliation. Channels Television maintains its broadcast dominance, wins Best Television Station in Africa. And Ukraine puts all its armed forces on highest alert, says Russia's recent activities amounts to a declaration of war. All our top stories can be found on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, please visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. You can now interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android and Windows 8 platforms. If you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap on the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions to share your report, pictures, and videos. And indeed, we have these pictures which you sent to us. The first is from Benin City, the Edo State capital. This picture shows an accident involving two cars, which according to the eyewitness is as a result of a faulty traffic light at Dawson Junction in Benin City. And from Daudu came this picture showing stranded motorists who have had to wait long hours at a petrol station in Ayetoro in Lagos State to buy fuel. From there, lastly, this video showing the bad state of the only road leading to Teddy Village in Ojo, Lagos State. Martin Nzomiwu, who sent the video, is calling on the Lagos State governor to come to their aid. We thank you for sending these pictures and video, and we request that you keep them coming. Thank you very much. The 2014 African Achievers Award took place in Accra, the capital of Ghana. Individuals and corporate organizations were recognized for their efforts in impacting positively on the African continent. Efforts in creative enterprise, business, governance, and entrepreneurship were recognized and rewarded at the event. The governments of Sokoto, Akwa Ibom were recognized, while the governor of Bauchi State, Issa Yuguda, is also one of the recipients. He is recognized for his efforts in the Millennium Development Goals. Also at the event, Channels Television was declared Best Television Station in Africa. Our correspondent, Sheung Okimaloye, reports.
The Presidential Banquet Hall, State House, Accra, Ghana, venue of the 2014 African Achievers Award, and as guests arrive, it sure shows the kind of evening it will be. It is a large house, and the quality of those in attendance speaks volume. And to make the guests feel at home here, some good music rent the air. It is those kind of entertainment that makes the guests feel cozy all the way. When the program got underway, the organizers set the ball rolling.
For the revision of African Achievers Awards calls for deeper reflection for all of us in Africa.
The awards are in recognition of individuals and entities who are doing their bit in making the African continent better. One after the other, the winners of the awards were called up.
given us the opportunity to roll out our unique program into Africa.
I wish to take the opportunity to thank the organizers of African Achievers Award, as well as the leadership and management for this nomination.
I'm standing here tonight. I'm so happy that after all these years, I've been fighting for 14 years since I left Congo when I ran away from war.
Congratulations, sir.
Governments in Nigeria were also recognized.
I feel honored, and the award is for my people, my government, and I value it a lot.
One of the very, very serious cardinal points of the governor of Sokoto State to ensure that all these children get back to school.
The best TV station of the year goes to...
And the time is here for the Africa's Best Television Station of the Year.
The award goes to Mr. John Moore and Channels Television.
Channels Television have not only taken the lead in Nigeria, but Mr. John Mama, the chairman, and his crew again come under the spotlight for excellence in the broadcast profession.
Thank you very much indeed for honoring me and honoring Channels. I'd like to say a big thank you as well to all the management and staff of Channels Television who brought to this vision of taking Channels on this journey to impact lives, to make a difference in Nigeria and indeed Africa. I'd also like to thank, wait for it, the only advice I have, my wife, for having been a great support.
Thankful chairman of Channels Television took the opportunity to reflect on the senseless killings of innocent lives in Nigeria's northeast and some part of Africa.
May I ask that we give them a silent, 1 minute silence for all the victims of Boko Haram, and it did extend into Central African Republic and all areas where there are conflicts in this world. May the souls of the faithfully departed rest in peace.
Channels Television last year won for the 8th time the prestigious NMMA Awards for Best Station, and it's the 4th television station in Nigeria to be nominated for the International Emmy Award in the UNICEF category. The station has more than 6 scores of trophies in its cabinet. Africa is under the spotlight as it currently goes through some very defining moments in its history, and as these achievers take the podium, being recognized at this kind of forum can spur them to do more in making Africa a better place. Sheung Okimbaloye for Channels Television News.
To politics, the All Progressives Congress, the APC, says it is set to unveil the party's roadmap, which is a result of a current survey the party conducted on the general perception of the present government and on happenings in Nigeria. The roadmap contains the APC's priorities for fixing what it calls the widespread failings of successive PDP governments since 1999. The interim National Publicity Secretary of the party, Lai Mohammed, says the findings will bring hope and succor to the long-suffering Nigerians affected. According to the survey result, 44% of respondents favor the presidential candidate of the APC against 34% for the PDP, which is a 10-point lead. On whether things are going better or getting better in Nigeria, almost 50% of the respondents agree that the country is drifting towards a bad direction. The survey also says that corruption is still endemic in the country and not much is happening to fight it. In conclusion, the survey reveals that Nigerians are not happy about the unemployment situation, agreeing that there is more that needs to be done by the government. We'd like to point out that this survey was strictly conducted by the All Progressives Congress, the APC. Residents of Lagos, particularly motorists, are experiencing hardship following the fresh fuel scarcity that resumed across the metropolis today and even yesterday. Long queues and heavy traffic buildup is seen across major roads in the city. Some commuters now stay longer hours at bus stops, with the few available buses increasing transportation fare. Although the official pump price is 97 naira per litre, most service stations are selling for between 100 naira and 110 naira per litre. Most motorists have been on queues for hours without being able to buy fuel.
Slowly but surely, one vehicle per time, motorists make it into the fuel station. While some can fathom the resurgence, others just wait patiently. Interestingly though, in some areas, the product is still on sale, but not as fast as people may want it.
I was about telling the people on the queue that why should we allow them to close the gate again, so we know surely there is fuel in there.
In the days preceding today, the Department of Petroleum Resources went out on monitoring and concluded that the situation was unnecessary. Still, that has not waned. Just recently also, the PPPRA approved the first quarter fuel importation allocation, but the impact of that may also not be immediate as the product is sold at a premium in some areas. The PPMC in a statement insists there's no need for what it describes as panic buying, adding that the federal government has no intention to increase pump price. Are we back to the trenches seems to be the question on the minds of many, just as an extended line returned to the fuel stations we visited across town. And there's the question of whether there's a strain in the supply system or an entire shortfall of the product PMS itself. But what will be soothing, however, is to see that all of this situation is up over the next 1 or 2 days, and that we're hoping the authorities concerned can help us achieve and soonest. In Lagos, Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, the management of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, the NNPC, has commenced fresh measures to halt what it describes as artificially induced fuel scarcity, noticeable in some parts of the country, particularly in Lagos and its environs. The acting Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division of the corporation, Omar Ibrahim, says the NNPC, in conjunction with the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, and the Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency, PPPRA, will commence detailed monitoring of fuel stations in Lagos and its environs as from tomorrow, as well as any other state, to checkmate the incidents of hoarding and panic buying of fuel. The statement reads in part, "We tried it in Abuja and its environs, and today the effective monitoring has decimated the hitherto long fuel queues in Abuja. We are extending the extensive joint monitoring to Lagos." End of quote. The NNPC spokesman goes on to say that as the supplier of last resort, the corporation is doing everything within its mandate to alleviate the avoidable hardship caused by the fuel situation. Still ahead on the news at 10. National Union of Laboratory Workers threaten national strike beginning this week. Do join us again.